Going to the movie theater is like one of my favorite things in the world, right? I go at least like once a week. I have AMC A-list, so I'm not paying like $4,000 for a movie each time I go. But it seems to me like movie theater etiquette has just been getting worse and worse as time has gone on. And it's just, it's so strange, right? And I'm not talking about people being on their phones or anything like that. Like, that's obvious, right? Everyone expects that, especially in the age we live in now. It's just everything has gotten worse. It's all of that, but worse. Recently, Sony has been re-releasing each of the Spider-Man movies back into theaters, right? And I've been going pretty much each week to go and see them. And there's been a couple weeks where the audiences have been great. I think Spider-Man 1 was a fantastic audience. I think 3 had a great one. Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 were both fun. Spider-Man 2, on the other hand, which is, by the way, one of my favorite superhero movies ever. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. It's probably one of the most thematically heavy superhero movies that I've ever seen. It's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of heart behind it. It was kind of ruined by the audience that I was watching it with. In particular, there was a group of people all sitting in front of me and they were just talking the whole time, the whole fucking movie. They were just yapping, right? And it seemed to just annoy me and like the people I was with, because no one really said anything else. I didn't say anything because I was like, I don't want to get beat up. Can you see me? I'm not getting into any confrontation with anyone, right? But yeah, the entire movie they're just laughing and giggling and making jokes and all this other shit, right? They won't shut up. And then it gets to the scene after Spider-Man stops the train and all of the train passengers like kind of help him back up. They carry him through and they just all start bursting out laughing, even though this is like one of the most emotional parts of the film. And some guy in the back of the theater goes, "Hey, shut the fuck up." And everyone, like, it was so strange. Like, they all immediately just went quiet. And it's not like one of those Reddit stories where like, and then everyone started clapping. No, everyone was just like sitting there in silence, just like kind of agreeing with him. I think everyone knew that I think everyone wanted to say that, but that was the only guy like brave enough to say anything. For like the next 10 minutes, they shut up. And then after that, they went back to talking and giggling, which didn't help much. But everyone clapped for Joey Diaz showing up on the bus, or the train, I mean. Everyone clapped for that. So that's, I did make of that as you will. And then I think, I thought that was as bad as it was gonna get. I can handle people talking, even though it's annoying. And then I went to go see Spider-Man Far From Home yesterday, or I don't know when this is going up, but it's recently I went to go see Spider-Man Far From Home. And about a quarter through the movie, I wanna say after the first action scene with Spider-Man and Mysterio fighting the water guy that I don't remember their name, I just feel something hit my trap right here, my trap area, and it was kind of like hard. It was like a pellet just like hit me, and my brain immediately went to like, oh fuck, I've been shot. And can you blame me given the country that we live in? And so like immediately after I got hit, I like ducked down and I like looked back thinking like, oh God, where's the shooter at? Thinking back on it, it doesn't make any sense because there was no like bang or like I wasn't bleeding or anything. It just like, I just felt like something hit me. So I'm sitting there for like the next 10 minutes, like all pissed off, right? Like some asshole is just throwing shit at me. And then I like kind of just think about it and I'm like, maybe we should be kinder. Maybe there's not some guy throwing things at people. I believe in innocence until proven guilty. So maybe there's some guy going and throwing shit at us. Maybe there's not. I think the world is a much better place if we do that. I think if we viewed like Harvey Weinstein, for example, or Jeff Epstein, or Kevin Spacey, or Jared from Subway, I think if we viewed those people in like a more compassionate way, maybe the world would be better. I don't know. So I'm adopting this new mindset, right? And about halfway through the movie, after Mysterio has been revealed as the villain, big shocker, I look over to the bottom of the stairs on the right, and I see a theater usher, just looking into the crowd with his arms crossed. And I'm not thinking anything of it, because, you know, if you go to the theater a lot, you have people who come in and check the theater, make sure everything's working properly, all of that stuff. So that's not out of the ordinary. But you know what is out of the ordinary? Having another theater usher on the other side, also with his arms crossed, staring directly into the crowd. This tells me two things. One, there probably was someone that threw shit at me. And two, they were probably throwing shit at a lot of different people, and someone got upset and started telling the employees about it. And so now we got these two guys just like watching us like we're kindergartners or like children or something. And that's just, you know, that's just embarrassing at that point. But, you know, I'd like to take this time to commend all of those people that I mentioned earlier in that earlier weird segment when I talked about criminals and all of that. I'd like to condemn, not condemn, because we don't know if they committed crimes or not. But I would like to congratulate them and honor them real quick for their achievements and advancements that they've made in society. So let's take a moment and let's take a round of applause for Jared Fogle. He helped make those Subway ads, and he helped Fat Bastard lose all that weight. So let's give it up for Jared Fogle. Next, I'd like to congratulate Bill Cosby for being America's dad for all of these years, for inspiring people for thousands of generations. I'd like to commemorate him for that. And I'd like to thank this asshole behind us at Spider-Man Far From Home for throwing shit at people. You made the movie 10 times more exciting. You really hit a fucking got one. Anyways, so after I realized that there were two people on each side of me, the movie became much more interesting, because like I would watch the center for like a minute or two and then look to the right and then see if they were still there, and look to the left and see if that guy was still there, and then back to the center. It was like playing FNAF, right? You know, it's just like you look at one door and you look at the other door and then you check cams. That's kind of like how it was, you know? It was like really, really fun. And they were pretty much... fun was a weird way to describe that. But they were like there for like almost the entire rest of the movie. I think they left around when Mysterio was killed. We don't know that for sure. I don't know. He's the master of illusions. He could be alive, he could not be alive. Who knows? Also, I don't mind spoiling this. If you're watching this video, you probably saw Spider-Man Far From Home. It's been out for years anyway. You need to catch up, buddy. But yeah, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why is there some asshole throwing shit in the fucking movie theater? If you want to go like assault someone, like, I realize that's not a crime, right? I realize it's not a crime to throw shit at people, but it's really, why? Why would you do that? Like, don't go to a theater and start throwing things at people. Come on. Have some dignity with you, please. But yeah, it's so strange, you know? I don't get why people come to the theater and just like start doing just the strangest things imaginable, right? Like, you could just stay at home at that point. God damn, as much as I like movie theaters to stay alive, right? If you're gonna be a prick about it, if you're gonna go there and just be a fucking dick, like, just don't go. Don't go, stay home, fuck you. But that's not to say I don't like big crowds when I go see movies. Like, if I'm going to see like a Marvel film or like a big blockbuster, I want to see that with a crowd. You know, if I want to go see a Bollywood film, I want to see that with a crowd. If I want to go see, you know, Spider-Man No Way Home, you need like a big excited audience for that, because that movie's built for that, right? But just don't be a dick. I don't know why that's so hard. Shut up, put away your phone. If you want to clap for certain moments, go for it. If you want to cheer, if you want to be invested with the movie, more power to you. Just don't do what any of these assholes did. Especially not the criminals I mentioned earlier. But yeah, that's it really.